Hello creative friends, I'm Anastasia and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be bringing you along as I shop several thrift stores in search of vintage and cottage style home decor. Then I'll bring you back home to show you how I style my finds. There will even be some fun DIYing along the way. Let's go! First, I'm heading into one of my local thrift shops, and this one was actually having a 50% off store-wide sale today, so I'm really hoping to find some good items. When they posted pictures of the sale on Facebook, I saw 2 matching lampshades, and those were the main reason I came by here, and I did find them, so I will show you those a little bit later in the video when I share my haul. This little gold oval mirror was really sweet and it was only $2.50, but I couldn't think of a place for this with it being so small, but I did think it was really pretty. They had a great selection of books here, and specifically books that were all one color when you take the paper cover off, so I did grab a few and I can't wait to show you the gorgeous books I found. This thrift shop is connected to an animal rescue, so they do have 2 store cats that just hang out in the store all day and greet the customers, so that was really fun getting to love on them as I shopped. I'm heading into my second thrift store of the day, and I usually come in here to the glassware first. Most of the glassware at the store is usually less than $5. This little vase was super cute and was only $1.50. And this beautiful glassware was only $1.50 as well. This would have been so beautiful if there was a full set. I have been on the hunt for glass or crystal plates that can replace the plastic trays that I have underneath my plants, and I'm really looking for something that is flat on the bottom and has a lot of detail that will still show even when the plant is on top of it. My snack dreams are literally coming true right now. You know I share something quirky from time to time, so I thought this cup was awesome because you can put some little shortbread cookies on the side to go with your coffee or whatever you like, but I couldn't help but think that the snacks will just fall out anytime you take a sip. This little floral pillow with the muted tones was super pretty and I really loved the colors in it. Thrifting is my favorite way to get faux greenery and florals at a really affordable price. This basket had a lot of options, most being succulents or smaller scale greenery, but I have found larger greenery at the thrift store as well, so it's always worth a look, even if you have to dig a little bit to find ones that have a more realistic look with the right shade of green that you're going for. Thrift stores give you a taste of so many different styles and eras. This oil lantern lamp definitely looked like an authentic vintage piece to me with that milk glass and brass combo. This wooden storage cabinet was $50 and was a really beautiful rich color. If I had to guess, I would say this piece was originally a lot more expensive than that, so this is a really great steal for this real wood piece. If any of you watch Lone Fox, you may agree with me, but this chair just looked like Drew's vibe to me and reminded me so much of him and something that he would put in his house. This kitchen towel was pretty and it felt brand new. The plaid print looked nice with these neutral tones, but I did feel like $3.25 was a lot for just one towel, given that most lamps here are sold for about $2, so I did pass on this. They have a really full book room here, but it seems like all of the hardback books that I saw had this dual coloring to them, and I personally just prefer them all to be one color ideally, but I do recommend that you check underneath the paper covers on books because sometimes you will find ones that are a really gorgeous color. Next, I made a quick stop at Goodwill. I really liked this mirror and I thought about using Rub and Buff to make it gold for my sister's nail salon, but it was also just a little too small for what we were looking for, but I really loved this unique ring detail on the top. These mugs were so unique and I just loved this little cottagey scene on them that's actually carved into the ceramic rather than just being a print. They just had such a cozy feeling. I was actually swooning over this adorable pillow sham with the embroidered flowers and the scalloped edging. And then I found this rusty brown pillowcase that I thought coordinated with it really well, but unfortunately there was only one of each. Otherwise, I would have gotten them because they had such a pretty feminine style. And these were the lampshades that I was telling you about earlier that made me go to that thrift store to find. This store was 50% off that day, so I got these for $1 each. Like, I still can't even believe that I found these for $1. The scalloped style is super pretty and feminine to me, and I think it adds a really nice touch to a lamp rather than the lampshade just being flat. This really makes a statement on its own. I'm led to believe that these were sold around the year 2000 because it has a 2000 copyright on the label, so whoever had these all this time took really good care of them. They had been left in their original packaging all these years. It's also so interesting that these are from a quarter-century-old collection, but are back in style now and look like an item that Target would be selling on today's shelves. If you watched my last video, you'll remember where I turned this $2.75 thrifted pink vase into this gorgeous stone textured vase. I styled it with these really pretty flowers and eucalyptus, but now I'm going to show you how you can use a vase to make a DIY lamp. So we need to find something that will hold the lampshade in place. And the key here is finding something that fits the opening of your vase, but is also tall enough so that the lampshade sits at the correct height on the vase. I tried several glass jars I had before I found this wood piece that ended up being the perfect size. I'm just going to use some hot glue to secure the metal part of the lampshade onto this wood piece. That'll give me really good stability. It's also perfect to use hot glue because it is pretty temporary, so I'll just be able to pop the lampshade right off of this in the future if I ever wanted to use this shade on a different lamp. Now in this particular area of my room, I really don't use a lamp, so this is more just for decorative purposes. But if you do want to make it a real lamp, you can buy some puck lights. They are battery powered and you just push them to turn them on, and you can stick that right into your lampshade where the light bulb would go, and then you have a functioning lamp. Right before I reveal how that lamp turned out, I want to show you a couple more items I thrifted that I will be styling with it. I really love the colors of this lidded canister. That taupey brown stripe on it is just super pretty, and it's a color that I really love to use in my decorating. This was half off, so it was only $1. I grabbed a couple of books as well. All of these were half off, so they were just 50 cents each, and while they might not look very aesthetic at first glance, they actually are so beautiful once you take the paper cover off. I've been getting more into warm, rich brown tones lately, so I was really excited to find a couple of books that were a beautiful, solid brown color with really gorgeous gold lettering on them. Lastly, this one is just a solid black, and it's kind of a larger book, so it would be great in a stack with some other larger books. I'm styling my dresser with those gorgeous books, and I'm putting that little canister on top. Finally, here is the reveal of that adorable lamp I DIY'd, and I am truly so charmed by it. It looks like it could be a Studio McGee piece from Target, and it's simply so stunning. If I were to find just a lamp in this style, it would probably cost between $25 to $50 or even more depending on the store. Overall, this entire vignette of items here only cost about $6. This woven vase I got for $2.99 is definitely one of the more unique vases I've ever found thrifting. I really liked it because of its uniqueness, and I think the wood tone is very rich and pretty. As you can see, it's pretty dusty, so I will need to find a way to clean this. To show it a little better, this is the clip of me finding it in the store, and you almost can't even tell what color it is because of all the dust on it. So because it's pretty much basket material, and I know you can wash baskets in your tub or sink to clean them, that's exactly what I did with this. So I just ran it under my sink until it got all of the dust off, and since it's a nice sunny day, I just set it outside in the sun, and after a while flipped it over so the inside could dry as well, and it turned out very beautifully. I'm going to be styling it with some dried eucalyptus stems, so I'm using this jar, which I'm going to put the stems directly into, then set the jar inside the vase because it just gives the stems a little more structure rather than just laying against the rim of the vase. Little canisters like this are just staple pieces to have because not only are they cute and decorative, but they're also very practical for hiding items that may not be so nice looking on your counter. This was only $2, and I can think of several places this could go in the home, primarily being either the kitchen or the bathroom to give a decorative touch while holding something practical. For me, I'll be sticking a few tea bags inside and styling it in this corner of my kitchen. Y'all probably know by now that when I find a good lampshade, I grab it because most of the lampshades at the thrift store look really old-fashioned or they're just not a great color. So I did grab this one for $4.50. It is on the larger side, so that'll be a nice option to have for my larger lamps. I really love the style of these plant pots. They were $3.99 each, and the finish reminds me a little bit of limestone. So they're pretty and neutral, but they have that dimension and interest. Y'all know I've been on the hunt for some glass plates to set my plants on, so I really scored today and brought all of these beauties home. Not all of you watching are houseplant people, and that's totally okay, but if you do have houseplants and they look a little bit like an eyesore with those plastic trays underneath them, then this is a great way to add a decorative touch to them. I absolutely love this piece and the ruffled edges that it has. It was half off, so it was only $1.50. It has so much beautiful detail, as you can see, and I really am obsessed with it. This one was $1.50 and has lots of details as well, and it has a nice scalloped edge, which is so pretty. It's a bit more understated than the other one, but it definitely has a delicate sort of beauty to it. This one's a lot more simple, but I liked that it had these little feet on it to give the plant a little bit of a lift. It was just $1. In this first area, I have been wanting to replace these plastic trays. And I know these plants are looking a little sad, but they are on their way to recovery after almost dying when we lived in a very dark and nearly sunless apartment. This used to be one plant, and it was given to my mom the day I was born, so it's over 25 years old, and I am determined to keep it alive. I also want to eventually get some cuter pots to set these in to give it a better look overall, but for now, replacing the plastic trays is going to really take it up a notch. These matching plates are really cute, and I love the scalloped edging. And if you can't already tell, I'm kind of into scalloped edging right now. At 50% off, they were just 25 cents each, so I got 4 of them. The details are so nice, and I thought they would look great under some of my smaller plants. This is one place that I would use them to protect this wooden plant stand from water damage, and it adds a nice touch that just elevates it overall. I also like the look of it with this planter I thrifted, which I don't currently have a plant for, but I do think they make a good match for when I do get a plant for this pot. This ceramic saucer was only 50 cents, and it's really simplistic, but I thought it would look nice and be practical to set a plant on. This is from a 1999 collection from Bath & Body Works, so it's pretty cool to know that it's 25 years old. And I really like how it looks underneath this plant. Please don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of my thrifting, DIYing, and decorating content. Thank you all so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye guys!